Yuhana Nashmi. I spent an afternoon with Yuhana eating his fish and talking about mundane culture, and I really only scratched the surface, but he is a remarkable man. He was born in Baghdad, educated in Aramaic Mandaic language and Mandaean Gnostic philosophy. Yuhana has worked in social work for over 20 years in Australia, Nauru, Jordan, Syria and Iraq. He has produced many publications and projects about Mandaean heritage and culture. He taught ceramics at CPAC for Casula for 3 years and currently teaching ceramics at Campbelltown Arts Centre. Yuhana has his own arts practice and studio and has exhibited in Australia and Sweden. Yuhana is also a relationship educator in Men's Behavioural Change Program at Relationships Australia, and he's doing postgraduate study in psychotherapy. Yuhana is interested in community, well-being and art, and this is a fantastic book to illustrate all three. Thanks, Yuhana.
Always was, always will be a project land. We return to beautiful Casula Powerhouse Art Center. After over 2 years, not far from here at the Ceramic Studio, December 2018, when the 100 souls came together and make their own individualized tiles and share their own stories under the guidance of Yardena, the river. Last 2 years of my life was full of stories, lots of clay, lots of them. Even within one single story, I found more stories to tell. One single line or symbol in one tile, I found more stories and meanings to tell on both collective and individual levels. They all have impacts on me. I'm from Iraq too. I'm a Mandaean too. I came to Australia as this is another story I need to unpack too. And many, many other connections. But definitely, there is difference between when you are in the feelings and when you are describing the feelings. I was in the mood of storytelling. I learned a lot from those 100 souls and their stories. I was thinking, what do I need to talk about in my speech? I looked at the book at my art studio and I listened to my feelings. I decided that I will stick to this, to the main theme of the 100 souls, 100 stories, 100 tiles. By simply telling you stories. So I will continue the dance in the rhythm of the 100 souls. Story 1. Wow. This whole thing, the project led to this book, started from a small, crazy interaction. Initially, started in 2016 when I returned back to Sydney from my travels. And I started to teach ceramic in this place. In that time, I went to visit the Mandaean Centre in Liverpool when I found myself gazing at a big, white, empty wall, which sparked a connective idea and left me with a smile. Also, I started to feel a little sick in the stomach. Here you are. According to Google, if you meet someone, or something in my case, and you started to feel attracted, little sick in the stomach, and laughing eyes, then this is a sign that you are falling in love at the first sight. A new idea started. After 2 years, in 2018, I received Hamza, Bashar, Naufal, and Riyan in my apartment in Liverpool. After that, I discussed the idea with my friend, Roy Marchant. Then the idea turned into the project 100 Souls, 100 Stories, 100 Tiles. The rest of the story you can read in the book. Story 2. I will start this story by quoting my mother Layla's last sentence in her story in the book. I want to be remembered by my Milwasha, Shara Simat Bathmudalla. End of the quote. My mother has 2 names. Layla Kudayr in her day-to-day life and official documents, and has another name, kind of a spiritual name, which is Shara Simat Bat Mudalla. Shara Simat, the daughter of Mudalla, her mom. I do have 2 names too. My name is Yuhana Nashmi, and I do have another name, which is Ram Bar Shara Simat. Ram, the son of Shara Simat, my mom. Me and my mother are both following our mother's name. This is a long tradition in the Mandaean culture, that all our spiritual names follow our mother's name. I know it's very feminist. All the participants' spiritual names were mentioned in the book to celebrate the aspect of our culture and tradition, and also to celebrate our mothers. Story 3. Might be a surprise to some of you to say that I have 4 languages. Yes, indeed. I can speak and write in 4 different ways to communicate with myself and the world. I myself represent diversity in a way. I used to battle this concept within my social and cultural being. Not only me, society can struggle with that too. I speak Arabic. Shlonkum, malonkum. I speak English, very obvious. I speak Mandai, Asuth Nahwil Khan, Kef Keldak. I speak art. Art is a universal language. Look how diverse I am. I'm not a homogenized person. I'm a very diverse person. I used to battle this diversity till I became enlightened by its strength and wisdom. I used to feel scattered till I learned how to embrace this diversity and see its challenges as an opportunity for growth. And our society should be like that. Story 4. One of the main old teachings of Mandaism that still resonate with me is to keep reflecting on your own spirituality and be responsible about it, because faith by itself is blind. You need the knowledge of the heart and the mind. Spirituality isn't a destination, it is a journey. So in a collective sense, the Mandaeans are still in conversation with both their environment and inner self alike. This is one of the takeaway experience from this project. This project, in a way, held the space for the participant to explore their stories. Another quote from the Mandaic literature: "O brothers and sisters of truth, your true weapon isn't made of iron or fire. Your real weapon is knowledge, the knowledge of the soul." Story 5. I want to share some of those 100 stories, but before I share those stories, I want to tell that those stories capturing only a moment in people's lives. Also, I decided to leave the written words by the participants as they are without intervening. It's their words, it's their tiles. These are their words. So, I'll start with 2 or 3. Ashwa, 19 years old. A human expression showing a soft smile and big, burdened eyes that carry the secrets of the soul. Sharp lines abruptly break the face into fragments. These fragments are the battles that I face in my day-to-day life, those that split my identity into pieces. Their size represents their importance in my life. The bigger the fragment, the bigger the problem is, and vice versa. But my troubles are not named, and you may never know of them, because I will continue to smile through them. And this piece are the pieces of me. And I will take you to privilege to read Rowan's story. Mountains, stars, rivers, Mandayism. My piece is a constellation of the elements that define me. The mountains form the backdrop, and through it, I feel human and small. My body is made of stardust. The rivers speak to my ancestors as they rivered their way through freedom. They searched for Kushta, meaning truth in Aramaic Mandaic. My Kushta isn't defined by the borders of the style, nor of clay. It is internal and within. It is not fixed, but flowing just like the rivers in the frame. This is my universe. We're still hoping to find a place for the stage 3 of the project. A place that's generous enough and diverse enough to give us a wall, just an empty, abandoned wall, somewhere visible to others, that we will be delighted to fill it with love, stories, and beautifully made tiles by 100 souls. A place can be accessible to the wider community, not only something beautiful for the eye, but as well something evoking our individual and collective minds for more reflection about who we are, where we came from, reminding us that what we are doing now is affecting our future. We will not lose this hope to find this world. At last, so many people to thank, and I feel really privileged and honored. I would like to thank every single of you for attending our event today. It's a great pleasure to our heart. Thank you for our honorable guests and speakers. Many thanks, special thanks to the Mayor Wendiwala and the team at Liverpool City Council. and especially Galavij Ahmadiniya and her team. Member of the Australian Parliament, Anne Stanley. Councillor Nathan Haggerty from Liverpool City Council. Dr. Graham Tom, it's a pleasure to work with you. Jorge Aroshi and Ruwan Al-Kalmashi. I would like to thank all the 100 souls who contributed to this book, to this project, and to the writers and authors who contributed to the book. Professor Charles Haber from USA, University of New Jersey, Roy Marchant, Yahya Al-Sheikh from Norway, academic and artist, Majid Fendi Al-Mubaraki, is an author from Sydney. I would like to thank Sally Sussman as well, and Jiva and Yasmina from STARS. I would like to thank the organizers of this event and the translators before that, the translators and the contributors in the book, the designers, Elizabeth from Melbourne and Ahmed Al-Khalidi from Adelaide, and translators Abdullah Dakhil, Mohsen Ben Saeed, and Azal Sidawi from New Zealand. I would like to thank the organizers of this event, the people who made and brought the lovely food and helped with their hearts to organize this event. All of them have tiles in the book. Lily, thank you isn't enough to say here. I salute your soul and inner beauty. Sherry, you and Lily both did a lot to this book. You should be proud. You should be here instead of me. My mother Layla, always I love your food. Ibtihaj, Sabah, Majda, Andrea, Mary, Jamal, Sarah, her father from Germany has a tile too. Bashar and Hamza, you both, I thank you from the heart for all of your support and silent hard working. Our talented musicians, Furat, Fahmi and Mahdi. Seabag, Craig, Clara and Renee, thank you so much. And also the people at the reception, thank you. Special thanks to Catherine and Ruth from the Treehouse Theatre, and the Mandine students from Miller Technology High Schools, Anhar Khalid Al-Hilali, Balsam Al-Kuhaili, Milan Al-Alqami, and Biras Al-Zuhairi, and Annie Thompson. Thank you for your genuine kindness and hard work for making the play happen. I still remember when Margaret Piper, and unfortunately she's not here today, one of the supporters of this project and particularly this book, when we were talking about the challenges that we faced during this project, she responded insightfully by saying, "Hayy Zakka," which is a phrase used in the Mandine literature, means life triumphs. Yes, at the end, life, light, goodness will triumph always. Hayy Zakka to all of you. Thank you.